My child, attention. I told you this moment was coming. I whispered it to you in quiet seasons. I stirred it in your spirit when you felt something shifting but could not explain it. I let you sense it when everything around you looked delayed. Open your heart and pay close attention. Do not skip this. This is not just noise. This is how I get your attention when something important comes in. I told you it would happen, and it has. There were times when you wondered if you were dreaming about my promise. You thought there were times when you didn't understand what I was planning. You were not sure about your timing. You asked yourself things. But I'm not careless when I talk. I meant it when I said it would happen. Now that you're reading this, it's finally your time. You asked for a sign. You asked for confirmation in prayer. Trying to guess got old for you. You asked, Lord, make it clear. You replied, if this is really from you, show me. You may have felt empty for a while, but that wasn't really silence. Silence was making things line up. Now I can be heard clearly. It's not a secret. Do not think I am speaking in riddles. I'm speaking straight to you. Do you want to know why I picked you in particular? It was never a mistake. It was never by chance. I didn't just point at a crowd of people. I saw your heart. I saw how hard you worked. I saw how you didn't give up, even though it would have been easier to do so. I saw how humble you were when you might have become angry. No one else saw your quiet faith, but I did. I picked you because of what you did without being praised. I chose you out of many others, not because you were perfect, but because you wanted to do it. Not because you were perfect, but because you were honest about little things. Others were trying to get attention, but you were trying to understand. Some people rushed ahead, but you waited until I told you to. Some people gave up in anger, but you stayed. You didn't realize how important staying was. I marked this season as yours instead of waiting for another one. You believed you were unable to move. You felt like you were forgotten. You thought you were late, but you were just getting ready. Getting ready isn't always loud. It feels like delay a lot of the time. But waiting does not mean saying no. It means that timing is getting better. And this is the season I look forward to. I told you that something was being changed. In small ways you could feel it. An unease, a stirring, and a feeling that what used to work doesn't anymore. That wasn't stress, that was change. I told you that the wait wouldn't last forever. You were interested in how much longer. You were not sure if you heard me right. This is the time I talked about. This is the change you felt before you saw it. Do not move on. Be careful not to think this is normal. It's important to open it now, which is why I say that. Moments like this don't happen all the time. Doors are open for people who are ready to go through. You are ready, even if you're not sure. You're not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You're not lost in the crowd. This means the time has come if you are seeing it. Not too early or too late. On time. My time is neither too fast nor too slow. It lines up. You might still have doubts. You might still be wondering if this really applies to you. Waiting for a long time can make you doubt yourself. Waiting can make you lose your confidence. But please hear me now. I'm not talking to someone else. You are hearing me. I picked you because of what you went through. During those nights, I saw how strong you were without any help. I saw that you got up every morning and kept going even though your heart hurt. I saw the times when you doubted everything but wouldn't give up. You were shaped by that endurance. It made you stronger. It got you ready for this. I picked you because of what you went through. Things that were supposed to break you didn't. You didn't get tough when things went wrong. Instead, you stayed soft. Lost things could have made you lose faith. You didn't say it out loud, but you kept believing. To stay alive is not to be weak. It shows that you are strong. I picked you because of the person you're becoming. You're not the same person you were before you prayed to change. You've changed in ways you don't fully understand. You are smarter, more patient, and more grounded now. The waiting you didn't like made you stronger, so you can handle what's coming without giving up. Come stay with me. Don't run away from this moment too quickly. Why did this season have to go the way it did? That's what I'm about to say. It will explain the wait times. That's why there was silence. It will explain the making better. There was no waste. When doors stayed shut, you thought someone was looking over your shoulder. You thought the test wasn't going to pay off, but I was making you stronger. I was making your foundation stronger. I put people and paths together in a way that you couldn't see. You were not paused because you did not deserve to be. You were stopped while you were being set up. This is your time, not because you asked for it, but because you waited for it. You didn't make this time happen, you were made for it. Heaven has marked this as your time. I say, pay attention, because something in the unseen has changed. When I say, open it, I mean that what's inside right now is yours. I don't want you to skip this, because alignment needs a response. You don't need to work hard right now. You need to get. You don't have to prove anything right now. Trust is important. The hard season made you who you are now. The time of waiting made you stronger. The quiet season made you stronger. Now starts the season of revealing. It's finally your time if you're reading this. Let that sink in, not as hype or emotion, but as the truth. We didn't forget about you. You were getting ready. God shows me the way. Stay with me if He led you here in the dark. Pay close attention. Things are not happening by chance right now. You are exactly where you need to be at the start of this on purpose. Pay attention, my child. Turn around and wait a minute. It's not a nice question right now. This is not a casual call, so I'm making it clear. This isn't noise in the background. You shouldn't listen to this while your mind wanders. You are now in the right place, but I have to break up your routine because it almost made you miss what I am doing. You were looking down. You were not paying attention. You were thinking. Like always, you were going about your day. I went with your flow though, because this can't wait for a better time. Now is what I mean when I say, pay attention. Not when you're more alert. Not until you're ready. Right now, this is not fun. This isn't what drives you. This isn't just a short-term mood booster. This is the perfect moment in your life right now. And you will miss the weight of it if you don't treat it with care. This is not a filler speech. Some things are lined up, which is why I'm speaking. You might feel force right now. Someone or something saying, come back to this. It was thought of again. This is probably for someone else. You're used to that hesitation. That's how alignment gets lost. It's how time slips by without us noticing. But I want you to understand, don't skip this. This is not because I want your attention, but because you do. I've talked over you before in a quieter way. You could feel something building because you were restless, had sudden thoughts that wouldn't go away, and kept seeing the same themes in different ways. You had the feeling that something was going to change. That change is now here. This is not a mistake. The end result is this. When I speak up, it's because someone needs to move. You have been waiting for it to be confirmed. You have asked for more information. It's been on your mind, when it would be your turn. But clarity doesn't always come easily when it does. It will sometimes get in the way of your normal and demand to be heard. Now is your chance. Not yet, because not much has changed around you. Unfortunately, not because things have already changed. Now is your chance because you are aware, and being aware changes things before they happen. During long periods of time, you have lived. You learned how to do things while you were waiting. It got easy for you to survive. No longer did you expect sudden shifts to happen because they didn't. That sense of calm in the wait kept you steady. It made you careful, though. Now that something real is happening, your first instinct is to doubt it, play it down, or put it off. I'm going to break that habit now. Pay attention, now is your chance. There are times when doors don't stay open forever. There are times when things don't go as planned, like when the seasons change or when the timing changes. When the time comes that fits your planning, you need to respond. You've had more time to get ready than you think. You thought getting ready was a punishment. If you waited, you thought someone would forget about you. You thought that being quiet meant that no one was thinking about you. But the whole time, I was lining up things that you couldn't see. I was building you up on the inside so that when this time came, you wouldn't fall apart. You won't lose me if you skip this, but you might miss the alignment. You don't have to align. It is dealt with. I'm not going to bother you with your time. I'm going to call you into it. That call is now here. You're not just here by chance. You stopped, even though there were many other things that could have kept you busy. That pause is important. That pause is the way in. You have to choose to stay in it, though. It's not about hype. It's not about how strongly you feel. It has to do with being noticed. Realize that what you've been feeling in the background is true. Seeing that what I said would happen is happening. Taking note that the season is changing. You asked me to be clear. You asked me to be honest. You said you were sick of guessing. Right now I'm being honest. Now is your chance. You might not feel really excited. In its place, you might feel calm seriousness. It is holy to be that serious. Timing is putting its weight on you. It's being aware that something is going on below the surface. The way you thought about the last season can't carry over to this one. This break is necessary because of this. You would get the wrong idea about what's coming if I let you drift into it without making it clear. You would be slow to move when you should. You would wonder when it's safe to trust someone. This is not emotional persuasion, it is divine timing. The divine timing doesn't always yell for attention, but when it does talk directly, it wants to be answered. I'm not asking you to do anything. I want you to pay attention, stay here, and fight the urge to scroll away from what's important. Because the pattern of distractions that helped you before will now get in the way of you. You are entering a special time of year. But being aware is needed before you can step. Being aware of that is this moment. Please help our channel. The purpose of our work is to make you happy and help you become more devoted to God. You can donate to us through Super Thanks if you want to help. You begged for change many times, but nothing happened. Now something is moving, and you can't ignore it. You are now able to last longer. You're more humble now. You're stronger now than you were before. Now you need to get better at responding. This break is a sign of mercy. It keeps you safe. It is in line. You might not see everything yet. Even though you don't fully understand what's going to happen, you know that something is different about this moment. It's because it's different. I'm not putting you to sleep. I am putting you in charge. I'm not getting you excited. I'm setting you up. I'm not talking in a casual way. I am speaking on purpose. Pay attention. Now is your chance. There's no need to push anything. You don't have to make people believe. All you have to do is stay present and willing. Do not turn this into just another message. Do not think of it as just motivation. The timing has changed in some way. You've been waiting long enough to know when something is real. This is real. Stay here. Take in and listen. Because not having the right alignment is not a punishment. It has to do with delay. That, and you've already been delayed enough. Now is your chance. I'm calling you to it now. I told you, my child, it was going to happen. You heard these words before they even got to your eyes. I was already telling you about what was going to happen. It wasn't always loud. It wasn't always easy to see, but it was there. It came over you in small waves. It was there in the quiet thoughts that wouldn't go away. You felt it in your spirit, even though everything else looked the same. You felt something inside you say, "This won't stay the same." You can remember those times. The ones where you could feel a change before you saw it. As you woke up, you felt like something was going to happen, but nothing in your life seemed different. The nights when you couldn't sleep because you knew that the season you were in would soon end, not because you were worried. That was me. Before I changed your circumstances, I was getting your heart ready. At first, I gently pushed you by thinking about you over and over, using words that showed up in different places, having conversations that felt too precise to be random, and feeling an inner pull that said, "Pay attention." Some of those nudges may have hit you dead. You might have thought you were dreaming about them, but they were real. It's not by accident that I plant anticipation. There were times when something made you feel excited that you couldn't explain. A feeling that something was going to change, but when it didn't happen right away, doubt set in. You asked yourself things. You weren't sure if you got it right. You told yourself not to have too high of hopes, but expecting something wasn't stupid. It was getting ready. You could feel the change a long time ago, but you didn't believe it because waiting makes promises feel uncertain. You thought you heard something wrong when the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months. You thought maybe they were just hoping for the best. But I'm not careless when I awaken hope. If I made you feel something, it was because I planned to make it happen. You saw patterns that kept happening, doors closing on their own, relationships shifting subtly, interest shifting, and wants shifting. As you changed, the things that used to make you happy no longer did. You thought you might just be getting antsy. However, that restlessness wasn't a fluke. It was the start of transition before manifestation. There were times when I gave you little reassurances, like crumbs on a path. A word or phrase that spoke to you deeply and would never leave your mind. A sense that things were coming together behind the scenes. Those times made you feel seen. You were at ease. After that, you had to wait again. Waiting made you more sure of yourself. It checked how well you remembered what I said. You wondered if you made up the meaning on your own. You wondered if you were giving people hope when there wasn't any. But deep down, you'll never be able to fully ignore it. That knowing that wouldn't go away was my voice continuing quietly. That word might not have been used at the time. It wasn't intuition or instinct, no matter what you called it. It was spiritual awareness. Your heart knew there was movement before your eyes could confirm it. When things stopped working the way they used to, I told you it was because you were angry about it. through the pain of growing out of clothes that used to fit you well, through the quiet discontent that wouldn't go away. That wasn't being rude. It was becoming ready. You knew something was ending before it did. You could tell when a chapter was ending before the last page turned. Being aware of that wasn't anxiety. It was getting ready. I don't just throw people into new seasons without first letting them know that something is about to change. There were times when you almost did something too soon. When excitement made you want to move quickly, I stopped you. I made you go slower. Not that the shift wasn't going to happen, but that it wasn't quite done yet. Not just wanting to be aligned isn't enough. It needs time. Some of those feelings have played over and over in your mind. You may have thought that something was going to happen. Then, when you looked around and saw that nothing had changed, you felt bad for believing it. You weren't wrong, though. You got there early. Early and wrong are not the same thing. You could feel what was coming together before it was ready to show up. Not only were you right about the manifestation, you were ahead of it. I told you it would show up in the way some things fell apart. They did this by making you feel uncomfortable and by making small changes in the way you think that made old fears less strong. Those were already warning signs of change. You had doubts because nothing exciting happened right away. You were hoping for a big breakthrough. I worked in peace instead. The foundations were moving. Alignments were taking shape. Your ability was getting better. But you couldn't see any of that yet. You began to wonder if you were crazy to hold on to the hope that things would change. You told yourself to be honest with yourself. You lowered your hopes once more. But the knowing came back even when you tried to forget it. That being aware was me, not to tease you, but to get you ready. I told you it was coming. You would have been overwhelmed if it had come up out of the blue. The hope was for mercy. It gave your heart time to get used to it. It gave your mind time to let go of old ties. It helped your spirit get stronger. Because you were learning to walk by awareness as well as sight, you felt the shift long before you saw it. Now I'm confirming what you felt. The long-awaited shift has finally come. This isn't making things up. It's not a build-up of tears. What was growing below the surface is now coming to fruition. You might still be wary. You might not be sure if you fully believe it. That hesitation comes from having to wait for a long time. But I'm not telling you to jump without thinking. Please remember what I said. Remember the nights when you felt like something was changing. Think back to the mornings when you felt excited without having any proof. Remember the voice that said, "It's coming. It's right here." Not as chaos or a show, but as things starting to fit together. You learned to tell the difference between acting on impulse and waiting for the right time during the waiting season. That's why this feels different now. There's a steady, real feel to this. Tell Jesus that I worship you with everything I have. You're no longer guessing if he's your most valuable asset. You are a witness. I told you it was coming because I knew you needed hope to get through the wait. Now I'm telling you it's here because you need to feel sure to move forward. It wasn't silly of you to believe. You were honest. It wasn't silly of you to hope for change. You were all set. The thing you felt quietly for a long time is no longer far away. It's there. The change has begun. Hold on. Be careful, because what you thought was just a whisper is now real. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Pay close attention, my child, because I'm about to answer the question you've been keeping to yourself for a long time. Why you? Why did I decide to pick you? Why did I put this kind of pressure on your life? What did I want you to go through before I called you to something more? It wasn't a mishap. It wasn't a mistake. It was never based on being perfect. I picked you because you're strong. Not loud endurance that wants to be noticed, but quiet endurance that keeps going even when no one is looking. I could see that you kept going even though you felt weak. It was easy for you to fall apart, but I saw you keep it together. I saw you get up on days you didn't feel ready and still do what you had to do. I can tell something about your heart by how long you can keep going. Many people start out strong, but not many of them keep it up. You stayed. You went through times that could have made you mean, but you didn't let them. You went through disappointment that could have made you angry, but you stayed kind. You put up with the silence without leaving. Not giving up is not a sign of weakness. It's toughness built up behind closed doors. I picked you because you are humble. You never thought you were better than other people. You asked yourself more questions than you accused other people. You thought, "What can I learn?" you asked, instead of "Why me?" That state of mind matters a lot. Being humble makes room for growth. Pride shuts doors. Even when you were tired, you kept your heart open. I think being humble is a sign of strength, but you might not. Being humble lets me shape you without you fighting me. It lets you fix things without falling apart. It lets weight go where it doesn't belong. That doesn't happen often. I picked you because of the faith you keep hidden. Not the kind that puts on shows for people. Not the loud kind that quotes, but the quiet kind that whispers. I still believe. Something that gives you a little hope even when things look bad. You might have thought your faith wasn't strong because it didn't always make you feel sure. But faith that stands up to doubt is stronger than faith that has never been tested. You had doubts sometimes. It was a question. Even though you fought, you didn't give up all faith. You didn't close your heart to me even when you were sad. A faith kept secret was enough. I picked you because you're strong. You failed, but you got back up. You were sad, but you didn't give up on life. Even though you were lost, you kept looking. Being resilient doesn't mean you'll never break. You bent many times without losing your core, which is what it's all about. You've compared yourself to other people. You've seen how fast they work, how clear they are, and how successful they seem to be. You've wondered if your journey was less important because it seemed to take longer. Take out that comparison. This is not a race for speed. It has to do with substance. I didn't pick you because you were perfect. You were never in trouble, so I didn't pick you. I didn't pick you because you were always sure of yourself. I picked you because even when things got tough, your heart stayed soft. Because you were willing to learn and didn't give up, even if it was slowly. It was never necessary to be perfect. You did something wrong. You had doubts about yourself. You took some wrong turns, but that didn't get you kicked out. If everyone had to be perfect, no one would be picked. I look at more than just actions. I look at the goal. I look at how things are growing. Wanting is what I look at. I knew you were ready to do it before you did. You chose to learn from your mistakes instead of making the same ones over and over again. It was okay for you to say you were wrong. You chose to grow instead of staying where you were. That will to do is strong. You might believe that some people are stronger than you. You might think that some people are smarter or more talented than you. You don't see what I do, though. I see depth. What I see is compassion shaped by pain. I see that waiting makes people wise. It takes time for me to learn patience. You can't hurry those traits. They can't be faked. They are formed by working hard over time. And you have kept going. You were the one I picked because you know how to be strong in a quiet way. You know what it's like to keep going without being praised. You know what it's like to be by yourself and not be angry. You know how to ask a question without leaving. Your journey changed what you can do. The things you thought made you less impressive are what made you ready. You learned to care about others by going through pain. You gained discernment by being confused. You learned to be patient by having to wait. You became more humble after being let down. You are stronger because of those lessons. I don't want things to be perfect. I want hearts that can carry a lot of weight without getting cocky. Hearts that can be blessed without forgetting how much they depend on others. Hearts that can move forward without on top of other people. You have that heart. Even though you don't feel great, you are stable. You care about others. Your strength is strong. You're ready. Those traits are more important than success that can be seen. I didn't forget about your flaws when I chose you. When I saw them, I knew they would make you better, not make you who you are. I saw your flaws and knew that they would keep you humble instead of cocky. I saw your doubts and knew they would help you understand more, not hurt your faith. It's not about being the loudest or fastest to get picked. It's about having the right attitude. You're ready now. You didn't get this by getting everything right. You were ready for this because you didn't give up. Let go of your fear now. You were not picked by chance. You are not picked for a short time. You weren't picked because no one else was available. You were picked because your heart has been shaped by fire and is still whole. We need to stop comparing now. For calling, you are not up against anyone else. You're not in a timed race with other people. Your path is clear. You chose to shape yourself. The choice you make is your own. You were the one I chose because you didn't give up on getting better. Even when it seemed like you were moving slowly and not getting anywhere, you kept going. That's enough. You're not perfect, but you're ready. You are not perfect, but you are honest. You have flaws, but you are willing. When I hold willingness in my hands, it turns into strength. Now, stand in this truth, not with pride over other people, but with trust in who you are becoming. Because of your heart, You were picked. It's not easy for me to decide. As your parent, I know that the wait seemed endless, longer than you thought you could handle. At times, you wondered if the promise, the vision, or the chance had quietly passed you by. However, I need you to understand something very well right now. There was no denial in the delay. The delay was due to getting ready. You believed you were unable to move. You felt like your time was being wasted. You felt like you were being ignored while other people moved ahead. But what you saw as delay, I saw as improvement. I wasn't holding you back to make you mad. You were being shaped so that you wouldn't fall apart when you got what you wanted. That's why I told you not to give some things to them when you first prayed for them. It wasn't because you were weak, but because you were still changing. It takes time to grow. Strength can handle stress. I care more about your foundation than your speed, and depth takes work. Your personality traits that had to grow slowly. A kind of patience that couldn't be rushed. Sense of right and wrong that couldn't be taught in comfort. Being humble is something that you can't learn quickly. You learned while you were waiting. Getting angry taught you a lesson. The silence turned into a mirror for you. You learned not to freak out when you don't know what to do. You learned how to calm down when you couldn't find the answer right away. In spite of your strong desire to run, you learned to stay. That's how things form. That makes things stronger. The delay also kept you safe. There were doors that you begged to open that would have put you in another mess. When you tried to force relationships, they only made you feel worse. Some chances looked good, but the stars were not aligned. You would have thought I said, right, instead of open, if I had answered quickly. At times, protection doesn't feel like protection. It often makes you feel let down. It feels like being turned down. It feels like chances were lost. You said rejection, but what you really meant was redirection. What you thought was loss was really shielding. I was protecting your future from being seen too soon. Timing isn't about how easy it is. It has to do with alignment. A season can't start until a lot of things are in place. Your growth needs to line up. The readiness of other people must match. Things have to line up. Everything feels shaky if one piece moves too soon. You were getting stronger in ways you didn't understand. Your emotional strength grew. Your reactions became calmer. Your thinking got better. You thought things through more and acted less quickly. These changes can't be seen like a new chance, but they are much more valuable. You had to face parts of yourself that you might have avoided during faster seasons because of the delay. Insecurities came to the surface because of it. It showed you fears you didn't know you had. It showed patterns that needed to be broken. That being seen wasn't a punishment. It was cleaning up. It's rarely comfortable to be refined. It does not feel like friction. It feels like stress. It feels like being pushed past your comfort zone. It gets rid of what would make you weaker later, though. It makes you more stable on the inside so that a blessing from the outside doesn't throw you off. You might have relied on excitement instead of maturity if everything had come at once. You might not have been smart when you moved forward. It's possible that what you built couldn't hold up under pressure. When you were thinking about short-term relief, I was thinking about the long-term. The waiting also showed you what you really wanted. At first, you wanted things to change quickly. As time went on, you asked more in-depth questions. You stopped just wanting results and started wanting to know what was going on. That change was important. It grew. Type God, I trust you in all storms. Share this video if you've seen him. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open.